Welcome back to Brush Up Your Game. Today, a re-review of Wave 1's 5th Wing Patrol Ship, Jem'Hadar Bug, or Jem'Hadar Attack Ship if you don't want to be colloquial about it all. Now, of course, first Jem'Hadar Attack Ship, so context for us all. It's a 3-2-3-3, which, if you play Alliance, these Jem'Hadar Bugs are the bane of your existence. They're annoying, they're swarmy, they put the hurt on. Full game, not so much. But the action here of Fifth Wing, well, the text, but the action. For an action, when attacking this round, gain +1 attack die. When defending this round, roll 1 less defense die. If you have a way to make multiple attacks, this has potential. And I say potential, but the issue is, this is when defending. Every time you get shot at, you're rolling 1 less defense die. This has more hurt to you than profit to you. Also, you're taking this action instead of gaining quality. Now, I understand you might be in a position where you're not going to get shot, and you already have a target lock. So this is now 4 dice with quality, and there's no repercussions to it. Okay, I can see that working. Maybe this is even with the newer Jem'Hadar ships, and you've got ways to boost your attack dice and even defense dice. You've got some quality coming because of other named Jem'Hadar attack ships. I can grant you all of that. I still think this is a bad action that, even if it had said action when attacking this round, gain +1 attack die, it still wouldn't have been a great action. This is a direct port from an old X-Wing ship. I think it was maybe a TIE fighter, maybe a TIE Advanced that did this. In X-Wing, this action made sense. You go from 3-2 to 4-1. It was a choice you could make. The dice there were smaller. It all made sense. In Attack Wing, it don't make sense. The numbers get too big. This would need to be like +2 attack dice for -1. Then to go to 5-1 might make sense. That all being said, the Jem'Hadar carrier, the Jem'Hadar attack ship, very maneuverable ship. 3 come about being the only thing that's red. White turns, both 2, 3. Very good ship. A little bit slow, capping out at a 4 straight. No rear arc. These are things we can address. There are secondary weapons for 360. Dominion do excel at that. But, you are losing out on anything that'll cover a rear arc. So, we get that. Generic has been steeply recosted, down to 13 points. That feels much better. These were always TIE fighters. They're expendable. They can be lost. It's not a feel-good moment to pay 22 points for this ship when you could pay like 25 for a Vorcha. Vorcha's just going to do more. So, anyway. Yeah. Better costing here. Weyoun as a captain. Disable Weyoun to prevent one of your crew upgrades from being disabled or discarded this round. Weyoun, very intriguing captain. I think there's a lot of play here. I think Weyoun in a cross-faction meta with, say, a Julian Bashir to re-enable Weyoun very frequently, very easily. And maybe another captain or crew protector. I think there's some synergy there. I don't know that that's entirely what you want to build your entire fleet around. He doesn't have an elite talent. He's a bit pricey for that captain skill 6. But I think there's play. And I think even in today's game, I think this Weyoun is not getting the love that he should. I think he's a very valuable Dominion captain. And I think there's play here to really bring out some good, and, more so, I think he can be a nice combo with an Admiral and a Brentane, because you use Tane and you trash a crew, and then Wayoon disables to prevent that crew from being discarded. You still get your shot. I think there's something there. Luarin, as a skill 3 captain, pays for herself. She's giving you back the discount. And I get that that's not sexy, it's not exciting, there's nothing fun about a captain that just pays for themselves. But to get skill 3 for basically nothing, it's not bad. You kind of got to go, okay, is that worth anything to me? Am I running a generic captain? Well, then run Luarin. At least she's free, and then you're bumping your points up, or your captain skill. You still might fire last, but at least you're running skill 3. And the fact that you're already probably getting this for Wayoon, you're getting a nice bonus captain, because why not? All right, photon torpedoes, being able to fire from the forward or rear arc, they don't help you off of the bug, the attack ship, and I don't love paying 5 points for 5 dice. Newer torpedoes are nicer, but the Dominion really do need some better photon torpedoes. That is something they are still missing. Just that's an area they lack. Phase Polaron Beam. This is a Jem'Hadar weapon of choice. I always thought it should have been a little scarier than 3 dice. It's an attack. It's a disable. It works at range 1 to 2. It does ignore your shields, which is nice. Well, not your shields, the defending ship shields. But still, for 5 dice, or for not 5 dice, for 5 points, you gotta give me more than 3 dice. That's just the reality. And because it's a secondary weapon, you're not even getting the range bonus. So, again, I'd like to see this one redone as just better, cheaper, more attack dice. Maybe even something like in an energy dissipator where I get to ignore shields and then maybe make a baby fire up attack afterwards. I don't know. Just an idea. Phase Polaron beams from a Jem'Hadar were scary in DS9. I'd like a little representation of them being scary. Now, the suicide attack is tech, and I find it at least intriguing as an action. You must make a one straight maneuver at the end of the activation phase, place an Ox Power token beside your ship. If you overlap an enemy, destroy your ship, roll 8 attack dice to damage that enemy ship. That ship does roll defense dice against this attack. I'm not quite sure why. I'm pretty sure the Odyssey would disagree with being able to roll defense dice. But this is one of the better blow yourself up cards. It is a card that at least says, I'm going out and I'm going out with a boom, and it's going to hurt. I do like that, worst case, you don't overlap anybody. You still get to do a one straight maneuver. Now, it is at the cost of an Ox Power token. But you get that one straight, and that can change the firing position of some ships, and that might help you. Now, you're probably going to do a green maneuver next round to clear that, but you got some nice choices. You got 6 choices for green maneuvers, so I'm saying that's not a bad deal. And especially like a round 1, round 2, even in a mission play, maybe a race mission play, this is not bad. It's a little extra boost. Just a thought. Long-range tachyon scan. When attacking a ship specifically at range 3, you can spend a scan token. I never quite liked scan token, or spending the scan tokens, to roll 2 less defense dice. Again, just say if you have a scan token, that ship rolls one additional fewer dice. I think that's been cleared up in newer cards, but yeah, it is cheap. It's nice. It's still too situational for me, but yeah. Omet Iklan. Uh, I guess we've just kind of gone with pronounce them like they're Hawaiian names. Whenever you attack with a primary weapon, you may convert one result into a hit. Uh, it's not bad. I do feel like Ometiclon is a little expensive, uh, especially given that we have like Cloak Wharf nowadays, which converts all blanks to hits while you're cloaked. But yeah, and Ometiclon only works with primary weapons. I think Ometiclon could easily work with any attack you make and would be fine. But that's me. Is he still viable today? I struggle to find ways to pay 5 points for him. I definitely think he has his utility in mission play, where you really need to make sure your shots hit. But I struggle to put him on attack ships. I'm more likely to put him on battle cruisers, battleships. All right, Verak Kara is an action. Target a ship at range 1, disable this card and a crew upgrade of your choice on the target ship, even through cloak or shields. I like that much. You can then use that upgrade's action as a free action this round. So this is intriguing. Is you get to mess with crew and you get to use that action as your own. Really something we don't see. Something that may be worth a little bit of a re-examination. Something that might be poised for a comeback. I don't fully know. But I think there is something here. Limiting factors, of course, is it's range 1. It's an action and requires a disable. So you're really paying 2 for 1. Limitations, of course. But you do get a bonus action. I think there's play. It's also expensive, but yeah. And then we have Toman Tarax, and Toman is an action. Target a ship at range 1. Discard this card and 1 crew upgrade of your choice on the target ship, even through cloak or shields. Now, other cards did this better. Second of 5, to name one. Or did it cheaper? Or did both better and cheaper? But as far as like pure Dominion takeout cards, this is one of them. Again, probably the most limited and more expensive than it should be. So I don't think you're getting this pack just for Toman Tarax. So what have we learned today? I think Verak Kara is worth a re-examination. I think Ometiclon maybe still has a bit of a place. I think the suicide attack could definitely see some play in missions, especially when you need to move fast. And then I think Weyoun, definitely worth the play these days. Luarin, always a nice cheap option. And Fifth Wing Patrol Ship, please avoid like the plague. All right, that is it for me and the Fifth Wing Patrol Ship. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, keep brushing up your game. Take care.